We're now live.
Is it working? Is it working? Here's the question. Oh my gosh. Ostrowski Nolan, you're the first one here. It's very exciting. We are live here on Instagram Live, and we're going to talk to a whole bunch of... Hello, E. Bates, Ophelia. I am hoping, for some reason, that the sound works. Is everybody hearing me fine? Neil, IE, 48 other people. There's a lot of hearts going over there. We're very excited. Welcome to the very first Psych Live on Instagram. Everybody's hearing this. Ali Robb, thank you for that. Dr. D. Phillips. It's like Dr. Phillips in Orlando. We're very excited. Welcome to the Psych Live Instagram. We're going to have some special guests here, and hopefully the technical glitches won't be too bad, but we're excited to be here. So I thought that, any kind of professional show would have a little bit of a musical component. I don't know if anyone knows this song. Maybe we'll slow it down a little bit, make it a little quieter. You know why? For the next 2 nights there will be a Psych binge-a-thon, and if my math is right, this part is 31 hours long. That doesn't mean they're gonna show the 1 hour cut of our pilot, cause that version kinda blows. There's also a 2 hour international version that's equally problematic because there's a bunch of extra scenes that don't move the story forward. I'm home, you're home, what else are we gonna do? I'm home, you're home, we now fist bump right this way too. That's not a good, you know what, I could improve that. I'm home, you're home, where else are we gonna be? I'm home, you're home, we now fist bump with our feet. Much better. Watch between your fingers until you break the skin. The Psych binge-a-thon is just about to begin. That feels semi-professional. We have guests. We have all sorts of things to bring us all together, and while we're sitting in our places, enjoying what is going to be an amazing Psych-a-thon, I think we should start by bringing on our first guest, and that is the longtime producer, a good friend of mine who I met in college. His name is Chris Henze, and Chris, if you make a comment, I will click on you and I will send you into the show. And wait a minute. No. Okay, let's see. Henze, have you? We're waiting. Heater baby. I like your pineapples as well. For those of you, while we wait for Chris, I want to make sure. Listen, I know this seems like a tough time, but here in California, we are kind of doing amazing things. We're knocking on wood, but things seem to be going in the right direction. So if you can, cover your face, stay away from people. This won't be too long. If you go to the store, get some gloves. Here in California, we have a little different gloves than the normal ones because it's California. We do this. So if you can't get some of these, then figure that out. But there we go. All right, I need Chris Henze. Is anybody seeing Chris Henze here? I don't see Chris. Chris, if you've signed in, well, maybe we just skip Chris and go to the next piece, but I don't think so. I think we wait to find Henze. Okay. I have to click view on my requests. Wait, how do I click view on my requests? Wait, hold on. Let me figure out what?
It'll show up in a second. There it is right there.
Where?
Click view on that.
Oh, view. I see. I got it. I got it. Thank you. I'm feeling it from all areas. Oh, Amundsen is on. I should bring him on not too far up. Where is Chris Henze? Chris, have you requested to be part of this? Okay, that's just viewers. Okay, this is so far. Okay, I see. I think tonight, if we do this again, if anybody will let me do it again, I would love to. I would love to have other people on, but I think we have a whole lineup of guests. The what?
search bar, top corner, the little magnifying glass right there.
And the magnifying? Okay, hold on a second. Hold on. What do I do?
Hit the search bar in the top left corner.
Okay, search bar.
You can, you have to...
And I can actually figure out who I'm looking for. So far, this is working amazingly. Okay, continue. I'm going to type, wait, Henzi is, there we go, got it. Okay, this is going to be very exciting if this works. And if it doesn't, it's still going to be great. Okay. Chris, we're not seeing you anywhere. Okay. Well, this has gotten less exciting. Oh wait, hold on.
Wait, hang on. There, I think I just saw him.
You just saw him?
Yeah.
Could I have skipped Chris Henzi? Well, for those of you who don't know, we're showing all these Psych episodes. We're showing them in order. The question tonight was going to be James Roday is on. I think I'm going to skip ahead and we'll go to Chris later. I know a lot of people signed into this just to see Chris Henzi, but I think I'm going to go a little bit ahead, and I'm going to go right up to. I'm just gonna do the wheel right now, and I'm going to see who shows up in the request to come up. Wow, there are 10,000 requests to be on here. Oh, Ray Tornatchett was there. Okay, requests. Here we go. I'm going one by one, and if you have the chance. Okay, this is. I'm going to do that. Okay, now we're going to surprise by bringing on my very good friend Tim Amundsen. What are you doing?
Hey, buddy.
You are our first guest. You know why you're our first guest?
Because you couldn't find Henzi for 20 minutes?
I can't find any Henzi. So Chris Henzi,
it was great watching him for 17 times. Go, I'm here, you big dummy.
It's not on my screen.
I don't know. I mean, what am I supposed to know these things?
You know, he's going to be really upset because he's going to think I did this on purpose. And I may have. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good, buddy. How are you?
You look amazing and fantastic. That hair is like it's become this lion's mane of magic.
Well, thanks.
How did you do that with being at your own house? Look at what my hair is doing.
Stop, please. I live with my stylist. So
I know. She's amazing. So
now she's my camera operator adjusting my screen.
Okay. This is
my lovely wife, Allison. Everybody.
No.
Allison, I can hear you, and Allison, you're amazing. And let's talk a little bit about the movie,
please.
Because a year ago today, we were shooting on the stages. We took 2 days off, and then it was your day to come into the place we were shooting just to visit the set for the first time. And you walked in, and we were waiting for you, and we were in this giant foyer. And as you walked in, the entire crew was there, and we sang "Happy Birthday" to you, which is a weird thing that our crew does.
I burst into tears.
How did that feel, coming to the set, not knowing first of all if we were going to sound good singing "Happy Birthday"?
You guys sounded better than you ever had.
Well, it was a magical day. But what kind of feelings did you have coming before you were even on set?
If you can experience the feeling of an electric blanket that's just perfectly tuned or like perfectly warmed up, not too hot, not too cold, but like wrapping around your entire body in a non-suffocating way, but just with love, I think that would be it. And then to turn around and see like so many of my beautiful crew members, many of which were original ones from the whole series, and of course my cast. And then, I don't know if Carmen's watching. Carmen, our amazing boom operator, she burst into tears. Then Allison saw her burst into tears. Then we all burst into tears. It was pretty, it was really, Steve, it was like the entire movie. Just my experience on the shooting the film was just overwhelming love the entire time.
It was such a special opportunity for us to be able to make this movie. And oh, nice touch. You know what? If you need a coaster, I have a few of these. We could virtually,
But make the product placement a little better. There we go.
I have behind me. If you look, it's the actual Psych slippers, and this is actually where that's where that poster always is. So we've covered all that, and then since the movie ended, and a year ago, we decided that it would be great. It's like the anticipation is so exciting that we should wait as long as possible before anybody gets to see it, right? So
I'm not going to make that call. I would say show the damn thing tomorrow.
That is our hope. We're not ready.
Oh, apparently Dule Hill's there.
Is Dule Hill there? Okay. How do I get to Dule Hill? Can someone help me with that? And I will and we'll bring Dule in, and this will be exciting. But Tim, the experience with you was one of the most special experiences I've ever had in my life, and you're such a warrior, and I'm so impressed with you, and it was amazing.
Well, Steve, I love you. Thank you for bringing me back on the show. Thanks for A, the job, and B, the amazing part you guys wrote for me in the movie. And at this point, I have to give a lovely shout out to my amazing physical therapists and occupational therapists who are sitting in their quarantine apartments watching this, because they're the ones who really got me into shape for the movie. So thank you, ladies, and a couple of the guys, mostly ladies. But you're amazing. I wouldn't have been able to do the movie without those fantastic healthcare professionals.
That's extraordinary. And Tim, we're so happy to see you. You sound great. You look great every day. You shock me how much you're just beating the crap out of this thing. And
thanks, man.
You're an impressive man, and I love you with all my heart.
Well, that's why I'm doing so well, is because I feel that love from you every day when you drop me off a croissant and a coffee.
All right, we're going to bring someone else on, but until we do that, I don't know. The thing is, I don't know how this is going to work. I don't even know if the names are going to be there. I may bring on Jen Glitter. Oh, there's Jazz. Jazz is there. So I'm going to kick off you, and then I'm going to bring someone else on. And if I can't find anyone else, I'm coming right back to you, and I'm just going to talk to you before this thing.
Okay.
All right, sounds perfect. All right, see you later. All right, and now we have Tim off, and we're going to look for. Okay, where's the request again? Okay, I got. How about this? You ready?
Hit view.
Hit view.
Yeah.
Where's the view at?
Scroll up. Okay. There we go. Hit the view right there. No, down. It's where it says requests.
Requests.
No, we're down.
Okay, this is amazing.
In the chat.
It's in here?
Yeah.
That?
Just keep scrolling down.
Okay.
No, not your chat bar.
Scroll this down.
Down, up and down. They're two different things. You're scrolling up.
Okay, now I'm scrolling up. So I'm going down to the bottom. Okay, here we go. Oh, here we go. I know who's coming in next. Wait.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to surprise everyone, and you may know him for playing Gus in the movie. Look at that. Look at that.
What's happening?
I think we're figuring this thing out right now.
Look at you, Steve.
Dule Hill.
Technical savvy and whatnot.
Oh, this is the opposite of technical savvy. And why did all of a sudden my head go down like way lower? I don't understand it.
You see?
It's just the view.
It's good because it looks all right. How are you doing, sir?
Man, all is well, man. Just sitting here at home with the family, Jazz, Kennedy, Levi. We just taking it easy every day, giving thanks.
It's amazing. It's great to see your face. You get better looking every day, just like Tim Amundsen.
I mean, I'm just saying, I wish I could keep up with Tim, though. I mean, you see my hair starting to grow in. Tim's hair is looking all smooth. I mean, how did he do that? The hair off to the side like that?
Allison, Tim's wife, is amazing in all facets, and we're learning that her hairstyling is also completely on point, and we're a little bit jealous about that.
Yes, it is. I think, I think all psychos should go to Allison for her haircut. That's what I'm saying.
There we go. I have a question for you. A year ago, we were on set. A year ago, almost today, we were on set. Jazz, your wife Jasmine, is 8+ months pregnant,
yes.
Right? So we are shooting this movie for the next 26 days, and it's going on. She has 3 days of shooting, and the first day we get her in the can, she's in the movie. But if she goes into labor we had to come up with a plan of where we don't shoot her the next day. And
you don't shoot me the next day.
There we go. That's my question. What happens to the Psych movie if she goes into labor? Does it just not happen? Is it still waiting to pick up?
I think it's waiting. We have pickup shots that we would still owe at this point.
It was the most terrifying thing shooting this movie because we knew Jazz could possibly go into labor. Once we got the second day of her in, we're like, oh, she's in for sure, and we can change the story. But I had an out for every aspect of the story. But I didn't have an out for when you just got on the plane and left, and we're like, Dule, wait.
That would have been it. They'd be like, see you later, yo.
But the amazing thing about Psych is we never worry about stuff like that. We just kind of run by the seat of our pants and then hope for the best.
That's what we got to do.
And that's the amazing part because, this world, the situation we're in right now, it's like you have to believe that the best will happen, and you have to believe that we all do our best. We all put in the effort. We can overcome whatever's going to be in front of us. And whether it's willing your wife psychically not to go into labor, or it's beating a national pandemic. We can do either one.
You can do either one, man. The thing that I've learned in both situations is that you take it one moment at a time, and that's exactly. And the thing that came to me today too is what I realized is like I know that I don't know.
That's exactly right.
And that's how I approach the movie, and that's how I'm approaching this moment right now. Is I don't know what's going to happen. I know it's going to be well, but I'm taking it one moment at a time.
That is words to live by, and thank you for dropping in once again. I may click back to you in a second when I can't find anyone else who's supposed to be here. Is Jazz there?
Yeah, we got a little surprise for you, Jazz.
Oh my gosh, people have been yelling for this.
You see?
If you're wondering, it is a surprise appearance by Levi. Wow.
He was in the belly. He was in her belly when we were filming our Lassie Come Home, and now he's here.
And Jasmine got the benefit of standing behind a whole bunch of countertops that were this high, and she was behind a car door. And then we used the magic of filmmaking and digitally altered whenever we didn't quite catch the right angle.
And now he's here.
And now he's here.
Hi, Uncle Steve.
How are you doing? You know what? I have not seen this baby. I'm coming over right now.
Come on.
I'll see you guys in a few. All right. You know what? I'll wait 60 to 90 to 120 to whatever days.
5 days. You know what I'm saying? By the time you finish Psych the movie 3, then you can see it.
It is on my list of things to do and things to talk about, but hopefully we can make that happen. And you guys all look amazing, and congratulations on this. And I can't wait to watch this Psych binge-a-thon tonight, and more importantly, to see the incredible stuff that you guys do in the movie, because it's really special and it's really great.
I can't wait to see baby Dule tonight.
Okay.
And baby James and baby Kristen, Tim, Maggie, all of them are babies.
In my eyes, you all look the same, so we'll figure that out. All right, stand by because you may come back on again. But I'm going to.
See you later. What?
Dule Hill, ladies and gentlemen. All right, it's sad because I have to click on and it says remove Dule Hill. So okay, now I have to.
Now hit view again.
Okay, now I see. I just figured it out. I hit.
So good at this.
Now I hit view and I can see in order everybody requesting. So I should have requested that nobody requested to be on except for people that are in the movie. But okay, now here's the trick. Am I ever okay? Somebody who's waiting to go on next, and I think you're supposed to be on right now. Please send me a message, and I will try to. Oh, you know what, James? Why don't you just get on here? And we'll try to figure out. Oh wait, you know what? Hold on. I'm going to Kirsten next because I found you, Kirsten Nelson. Everybody, we're waiting. Oh wait, hold on. We're connecting. Look at this. Look at this. You got on early.
I know. Well, I didn't mean to, but you said send a request, so I was just like, I don't know. I'll send a request because there was Jasmine talking about the baby in her belly, and I thought. Perfect, because we're going back to the pilot.
And I only have one question for you, and that is, if you had gone into labor, did we have a plan for that? No,
We
no.
had zero plans. We had zero plans. I mean, we were like Jazzy, we were hiding it and not talking about it. And I think I remember getting on the airplane when we were wrapped with the pilot because James and I were on the same flight going home. And the poor flight attendants were like, "Oh, hi, do you guys want to sit together? Are you guys, together?" I think James had been some of the most frightened he'd been in his life at that point.
It was the closest that James ever got to fatherhood, and maybe the closest he does get.
Oh, well, there's hope. No. But yeah. As he was there with us, and it just seemed like this wonderful little bookend to experience.
And the East Coast is going to go back to that in about 24 minutes.
Oh my God! Already.
And we're supposed to sign off before then, but we're going to go until 10 o'clock on the West Coast, so it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, because none of us can talk for only 5 minutes.
And I have Corbin on the list, and that's an hour and 10 minutes in itself. So hopefully I get to everybody. I have a big question for you because this is very, very important. Do you know any good books that I could read? Like referring to like maybe with a drop of hope of some sort.
Well, you're plugging my husband. I love it. Yes.
Oh, what?
Husband, Keith Calabrese has 2 books out right now. A Drop of Hope. Lena's Shoes Are Nervous for that first day of kindergarten. And coming out May 5th, he's got another one, Connect the Dots. But I'll put it on my Instagram page and you can see it. And they're wonderful, especially this time right now. It'd be great to have a little hope and how we can be connected. And that one would be a great read. And if that, go read some Terry Pratchett. It'll make you laugh. I promise.
That is fantastic. And someone also put The Stand, Stephen King. So there we go. You can go either direction. So
what's the, like In the Dome or Under the Dome?
Under the Dome, which was a CBS miniseries/series. Yeah.
Another network?
I'm not allowed to talk about any of the other networks, and I can't talk about the fact that the only show I've watched since this began is Aerial America for like 9 hours a day because it's so. Well, you know what? A little bit of Tiger King, but I'm pacing myself on that as well. But
I understand. Pace it because it gets just too much.
I watched McMillions. We're talking about all the other places that you should tune into.
You're so bad.
But I love that so much. So it is awesome to see your face, and you might be my next guest. So stand by. Okay. Stand by, and I'm going to click back over, and oh look, someone else is. Oh, my dad loves Aerial America. I'm old. That's what she's saying. All right, I will see you probably in a minute, but I'm going to click over and try to find James if I can.
Okay, bye.
Okay, goodbye. Isn't she amazing? Kirsten Nelson. All right, this has been okay. Here we go. I'm going to the view. Okay, James. Oh wait, hold on. Now the view won't even work. My finger is wrong. Okay, for those of you, am I doing something wrong? The view is not showing up. There we go. Oh no. There's my. I just flipped my camera around. There's the schedule.
Double tap your screen.
Okay. Wait. How about this? What if I do that? That also works. Okay. There we go. We got it. Okay. Oh, there's Maggie. I'm just gonna click on Maggie Lawson, and you know what? I am going to be the. I'm going to be the person who doesn't get James Roday on the Psych Instagram Live, but I got Maggie Lawson.
Wait, are we trying to get James? I can back up. I can just go back to commenting.
No, are you kidding? There are no rules here. It's just like Psych. And my head gets higher in the frame all the time. I'm too tall for Instagram.
So Steve.
I know, and I have books stacked on this thing. I tried to do it on my actual phone, and I had to do it on an iPad, so that's why it's sitting up there. Maggie, how you doing?
Oh, hi. I'm good. I'm happy to see you.
I am happy to see you.
Fun.
Do you want to know what's exciting? Maggie Lawson is currently in a very funny show on the Fox network, and we're just plugging all the other networks.
Nice.
called Outmatched. but here's the exciting thing about that is that you got that pilot while we were prepping for the movie.
Yeah, that was so wild.
And because on Psych, if somebody does something, we all band together to make it happen. So you had the opportunity to do this. So we sat down and we rewrote the entire schedule to
you guys. You made that happen. Like, you made that happen. It's so cool. It was I thank you. But yes, it was wild and flying back and forth. But yes, it was because of that.
Well, and we're not fishing. I'm not fishing for a compliment there.
Yes, you
really,
are. It's okay. You're
I was
allowed.
completely looking for
and
that.
You
Thank
deserve
you
it.
for having that. But the amazing thing about that is your schedule in the movie was you shot on the first 3 days, and then you went and rehearsed and learned the lines and shot an entire pilot. And then came back for the last 5 days of the shoot. Yeah. And had to switch gears and do all that. And that's pretty extraordinary, right?
It was so much fun. It was so much fun. That movie, and then to come back, and I think every single day on that back end I got to spend with Tim. So
which was amazing.
It was like, so I had that, like, when I was going back and I was running back and forth and I did the pilot and all that. It was like, I get to go back and have those days with Tim, which was like, the best of the best. I mean, still, like, it's so crazy. I was thinking about it. Because I came on episode 2.
Yes.
And I was thinking about Tim today, and I was like, I'll never forget that moment before we busted into that church in Speak Now. And I was like, I remember Tim looking at me and saying, I was so nervous because it was like day one. Tim was like, Maggie, what are you going to do? And I was like, He's like, what are you going to do? I'm like, I don't know. He's like, are you going to act the shit out of it? I was like, oh, yes, I am. I'm going to act the shit out of it. That's where that whole thing began, was on that episode. So much fun.
It's amazing. And it continued right into your first day, your first scene with Tim.
Yep.
There was a day in the second half where we did a scene, and it was kind of an emotional scene between the two of you. And it was going really well. And then we just said, why don't you guys just talk to each other as Maggie and Tim? And oh my God, we had cameras on both of you guys at the same time. And we're just behind the camera just sobbing because everything that
I can't even think about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Everything that was written in the movie was sort of true in real life and becoming true. And Tim just wrote, it's one of his favorite moments too.
Oh my God. That, like, yeah, that was a really emotional day. It was really, and for you to give us the room to do that too was like, I'll never forget it.
Well, once again,
as good as it gets.
Once again, that looks like I was fishing for a compliment, but it's completely against.
No, you were, and it's okay. You deserve it. You're allowed.
Do you know what I just figured out, Maggie?
What?
I just figured out that my chair has a little lever that lowers me down, so I'm actually in frame now.
You just figured that out?
It just happened. Yeah, it's a lot of pressure.
Chair in your own house?
It is. By the way, it's my chair from the Psych office that we had when we were done with the show. The furniture company that we rented this furniture from for 8 years, which, by the way, a really smart way to do furniture. Don't buy it in season 1. Rent it for 8 years. They gave us the option to buy our chairs back, and I bought my chair back.
Really?
So, yeah, it's great. It's there's some broken pieces, but it's still special to me.
It's a Psych chair.
Yeah, and it's yes, and someone just said I'm a tall glass of water, which is partially true.
You are.
And so, are you going to watch you tonight on episode 2?
Oh, I think I am. Yeah, I'm so excited. Look, it's fun because we. Again, and I might sound like a broken record, but with the psychos and we get to relive this too. This was our family and this is our fun. And I it's been a long time since I've seen like the early stuff, and I can't wait to watch it again.
Well, and you know, when we did your scene, the first scene in the diner that you'll see in episode 2, which is the spelling bee, is it was the scene you auditioned with, and we wrote that for the audition for you, and it just happened to be because I'm lazy. I just kept that as the first scene in the show, and you were so great in it that there was no way it wasn't going to be your introduction. Not
because you're lazy, because the scene was. And I remember reading it the first time. It was witty and funny and smart, and set up the whole, tension between Sean and Juliet, and that scene was so fun to shoot. It was so perfect, and I loved the order we shot it in, because a little time had passed when we got to actually shooting that scene, and so some things had been like established, and it was perfect. It was perfect. And I remember I have to hold a gun in that scene, like at the very end.
Oh yes, that's right.
And it says in there, like, her hand is shaking. I'm like, yeah, I'm not acting. Like, I got to that point and my hand was like actually shaking. Anyway, yeah.
Well, we'll look for that tonight, and we'll look for you, and hopefully we get season 2 of Outmatch.
Hopefully, we're waiting to hear.
Which by the way is not on the Fox network. It's on Peacock, coming soon. Well, wait, no, it is on the Fox network, but Peacock is coming soon to all of you. And
Outmatch is on Fox, but yes, our movie is on Peacock. Wait, what did James say?
I was just trying to get a plug in for something that we own, or our company.
Yes. Wait, I think James is like sitting in a room waiting to get on.
Okay, I'm gonna turn you off, and then I'm gonna stare at this thing and go like this for 4 minutes, and then I'm going to goodbye, Maggie.
I'm so glad I got to talk to you. Thank you, Psychos and everybody.
I may have to have you back on again, so be ready, but probably not. Okay,
I'm right
James,
here.
Send me something. Okay, all right, we're moving. Okay, now we're gonna find James. If everyone, here we go. Okay. Here we go. There it is. Okay, you ready? I believe that I have put this off so long that it's finally going to pay some dividends. Maybe a little bit, maybe a lot, maybe not. You just don't know. So here we go. This is building up. So, are you ready, James? So far, it says it's waiting for you. This has become the Matt Damon, Jimmy Kimmel bit. But James Roday is somehow, we're waiting for you. It is true that we do have, wait for it. You know what I can do while we fill the time? We can play him on with the theme to A Million Little Things. I don't know if A Million Little Things has a theme, so let's just make one up. It's a million little things. A million little things. I think we got it. Oh no, James, you're gone now. Okay, now I'm gonna put this away again, and we're gonna try to get James on one more time. What is happening, James? I'm going right to Corbin next. Oh no, there we go. See, look, there's my schedule right there. It could go right to Corbin. Okay, it just keeps showing that. Okay, Roday, send me a message. It's actually is more fun this way. Has anybody noticed the Kurt Smith in the background? That's a okay, view. It's just turning this around every time. There it is. There it is. All right. Okay. This could be it. Once again, now, James, I'm waiting for you. It's building up. It's very exciting. It's okay. We've done it.
Jesus.
We've done it.
I felt like I was being punished. I felt like I was being punished for something.
What happened? Why were you not coming on? Why were you not appearing?
Man. Between the two of us, like we're the last two guys anybody should be putting in charge of something that involves technology.
I keep flipping my screen around. I don't even know how I'm doing that.
No, man. I don't know what you're doing. Congrats on your little opener. That fun song that I'm sure it took you all 7 seconds to write. That was witty and fun, and that everyone appreciated, I'm sure.
Did you like my Million Little Things song?
I missed it. I was.
Oh, dude, hold on, because
kind of weird abyss.
okay, because I don't know, and not that I haven't watched A Million Little Things, but it goes a little like this. It just goes, "It's a million little things." Or should I draw it out?
Million little things.
Should I draw it out and like start it out so it builds? Like, it's 26,000 little things, right? And then you can like, maybe you like say, "No, man, you're low," and then I'll go up, and then we'll keep building it till we get to a million.
That's the longest theme song ever written, but it ends with, "And most of them are sad."
I like it.
I know my theme song.
Okay, good. All right. Well, you know what? Listen, if you guys really don't have a theme song, you know what? You guys can have that, like, free.
Thank you.
It's no problem. James,
I'll send it to DJ. I have a feeling he's going to be way into it.
So, James, tell me this.
Yeah.
Today is the 30th anniversary of Twin Peaks.
Yeah, it is. And I was lucky enough to be able to write a little something about our contribution to our tiny contribution to that legacy, and a little love letter to my buddy Dana, who was my favorite character on the show. It's it's somewhere on the TV Guide website.
Oh, that's fantastic. And our show was from day one or day two about wish fulfillment. Yeah. And wish fulfillment was, how do we, before they cancel us or figure out just how silly and ridiculous our show was, how can we check off as many dream ideas as possible? And I think for me, it's like there's nothing else that I felt we left on the table. But I think watching you do Twin Peaks was one of the extraordinary joys of my life.
Oh, man, it was so awesome, and I'm so grateful that we were able to do it. Like, that was just the coolest thing. I was trying to do the thing where I was holding it the whole time, and I was like, nobody else looked like they were doing that, so this is where we're at, and now there's all this negative space above my head.
Well, you know what?
It's like my head is in a picture frame, which is nice.
Yeah, it's like you and Frank. It's kind of like that thing in the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland, where once you walk this way, it becomes like. By the way, did you find the Kurt Smith in the image here?
I did. It's over your left shoulder.
Yeah, there we go.
It was when he was going through his sort of emo phase, where he had more earrings than he had lobe. Yeah.
Yeah, I have one of those turntables you get at Target, and they're Crosleys. I'm plugging everything.
By the way, Kurt and his incredibly talented daughter Diva did an acoustic duet of Mad World that I threw up on my Instagram the other day. Check that out, everybody, if you haven't. It's beautiful, and it's haunting, and it's appropriate for what we're going through right now.
It's pretty amazing. I did see it, and it'll be exciting, and this is the thing that keeps giving. And Kurt, if you're a fan of Psych the movies, which there's going to be a second one very soon, there is a way to find Kurt Smith within the movie, but you have to use all of the senses.
It's an Easter egg, and that's a timely reference, because I'm pretty sure Easter's like upon us.
It is. It's Sunday. Isn't that exciting?
It is. Now, Kurt was on tour, if I remember correctly, because they have millions and millions and millions and millions of fans, predominantly in the Philippines, and they were playing some crazy shows, and he couldn't get to Canada. So we found an interesting way to make him a part of the very fabric of the second movie. Good luck finding it. Good luck finding him.
Here's the funny thing. This is the world of James Roday, because we looked at the schedule, and there was a 2-day gap between shows, and you pulled me into an office and closed the door and said, "All right, here's how we can fly him in at midnight from the show, get him across," and you were determined to make that happen.
Well, I remember what we did to get John Cena in for the first movie, and that was a matter of national security. So I figured once we pulled that off, we could do anything.
The best John Cena story was during the Psych the movie 2. We were being dropped off at Hensey's hotel, because Hensey stays in a much nicer hotel than I do, because he's fancier. and we saw John.
He was staying with Justin Trudeau, if memory serves.
Yes, I believe that's exactly correct. And I saw John get out of his car, and I was like, oh my gosh, John Cena's there. Of course he's going to remember. We had a very special day. We shot that scene, and he'd acted in a movie that I had co-written, and he's going to be so interested to see me. And I stepped out of the van. I never say hi to anybody, and I said, John, it's Steve from Psych. And he actually kind of recoiled and jumped back into his car like I was some person who was going to attack him.
I never told you this, but he told me weeks later that the reason he didn't wave is because he thought you were a giant Navajo totem being wheeled on a dog. and when you raised your arm and spoke, it scared him, frankly.
It's true. I jumped out of the car because that's how you know me, because I'm 6'8".
Yeah.
So
he thought you were like a giant spiritual carved wood thing, and that's why, man. So give him a
But the truth of the matter is, John has no recollection that ever happened.
No, he probably doesn't.
But he was an amazing guy the day on the set, and it was one of the most fun days I've had. And just to watch you.
I love that dude. Yeah. He has hair now, man, and he's doing all kinds of fun things with it too.
Yeah, it's pretty extraordinary. So, James, we're going to go get to Corbin.
I think it's time to give the people what they want, and that's some Henry Spencer. But thank you all for going on this journey with us. It's been so long. I can't even remember how long it's been. I just know that I was much younger when we started. But thank you, Steve, for creating the show. Thank you, Psychos, for always being there for us. And enjoy going back and watching the early episodes where things are really brightly colored. And
they were so brightly colored. All right, James, I'm going to get Corbin. All
right, have fun, everybody.
What an amazing man. And now all I have to do is pull down Corbin. Corbin said he was here, so hold on. I'm not even going to go to the view thing. There he is, right there. Okay, Corbin Bernsen, possibly from. There he is.
That is.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
There's
Look at you.
The man who said he couldn't do technology to everybody.
You look so good.
Look at that.
And you got the pineapple shirt on.
Oh yeah.
And the hat.
Oh,
and by the way, are you underneath a deck there? What is that roofing? Awesome wood on the ceiling there.
I sort of got stuck here in LA. I was here remodeling a house, and then everything hit, and I couldn't get back to New York, to where I live, and so I'm in a garage apartment with Amanda. Where is she? There she is.
Amanda played.
We're living a life. This is an odd thing. We're living exactly where I met Amanda 31 years ago. 32. She corrects me. Yeah, we're back to the.
You can never win. That is extraordinary. And Amanda, of course, is a Psych alumni. For those paying attention.
Right. Yeah. She plays my hot girlfriend.
That's right. And that episode is tonight, right? Or in the first 2-season marathon, right?
All I can just say is check out her chest.
Okay.
Come on.
That's enough. Okay.
I was in love with her, but I fell in love with her when we did that show. It's very strange to sit across from someone who you've been married to for 20 years and have to play the scene of falling in love again. It was good. It was a date. Listen, she just won't give me any space. All right.
It is. We are lucky that we trapped you here in LA, and good on you for doing your part and staying, because and maybe I'm always looking for the positive. I'm always like clinging to the positive, and it feels like as much as this sort of sheltering in place and whatever the terminology is, feels like it's working to some degree here. And
it is working. And I from day one, by the way, as I think I told you in a phone call earlier, being 65, you're in this other category, and you go, come on, man, don't stick me in there. You're like, I look for articles where they say over 65, not 65 and over. That is how desperate my life has become. But 65 and older, I'm dead. That's all I know. No, but I am from day one. I feel great. I am from day one thought there's only positive come out of all this. I yield to my faith and things a bit more, and I do believe there's purpose in all this, and part of it is watching all of us come together. Part of it is just look what's happened with this show, where we all started back when I was way under 65, and look at us all here together. Even though everybody's doing different shows and different things, there's this coming together thing that's extraordinary, and I must say, I feel like the world was ready for, and we're doing it in our way with the show. This run, the marathon. How many people who are around the show are going to come together in this? And I think it's a point in time where we got to appreciate that.
Yeah, and you know what? It is because as hard as it is to be at home, I'm relishing this time with family, and it's that part of it is wonderful, and I do believe you're right. It's like you look at the sky is as blue as it's ever been, and
have you looked at the maps of air pollution gone?
It's extraordinary, right?
Yeah, it's extraordinary.
And it's like, maybe this is the kind of experiment of being forced into. It's like we realize people can work from home and they're not going to screw around the whole time. I mean, my job, honestly, almost exactly the same as it's always been.
Every writer I talk to says, "What are you talking about? This is a dream."
There's just people in my office.
Writers and very, very depressed people. See, all the people I know that are depressed are absolutely enjoying this. And which comes under the misery loves company, I suppose. No.
I try to be the one happy-go-lucky writer and the one
but
who's always looking to positive.
That's what the show is. That's what we are. By the way,
that's what we are.
How many hats are in the room? Huh?
No, there's two. There's two, right?
I even created a set for this. How many hats are there?
Nicely done.
No, let me ask you. Let me see if you go back. Does blank count?
Oh, a beanie?
Okay, you got it. Okay.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, there you go.
That's it. I do. I remember that as well.
My favorite scene of all 8 years. That scene.
Oh wow! So I was downhill from the beginning.
No, it went uphill, but it was to me. I don't think we shot that. No, we didn't. You guys were certainly working before I got there, but it defined the relationship that I had with Sean.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, it was amazing. And by the way, I will say my favorite scene that you've ever done occurs in Psych the movie too, towards the end, without giving anything away.
Really?
Yeah, it's a little conversation that you have with Sean, and it's gets me every time.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's the only scene I have in the movie, right? Yes, here's the secret. I don't have much to do in any of these movies.
Oh, get out of here.
So that is why it's his favorite scene. No, that's not true.
No, you were in a lot of scenes in this one. You're a very important part because things have changed in Santa Barbara when the guys come back. Things have changed, and you're still back there, and we're very excited to see you. Corbin, can we leave with my favorite piece of trivia about you?
Sure.
Okay.
Wine or gin and tonic? Which one?
No, that's not even it. That's not even it. Nobody. Okay. I never see this. Maybe you don't even want people to know, but so I'm going to just bring it up right now. But I think it'd be fine. Where were you on the night that Robert Kennedy was assassinated?
There, in the room, not at the Ambassador Hotel. I was there. My mother was actively working for him. She was an actress. God bless her. Thank God she doesn't have to be here through this. But she was working for Kennedy, and we were all going to go meet him. I think I was 12 years old, 68, 14. And we were waiting. And I ran outside to the lobby of the Ambassador Hotel, and he was on his way to meet us before he gave a speech. And I wanted to have a big Kennedy for President button on me. And I went out where the buttons were. I paid $1 or whatever it is. And a woman fell to her knees and go, "Oh, God, not again." And the place went crazy. That was
And you were
that was
there.
a defining moment in my life. That was my loss of innocence moment.
Well, you are a student of history, a student of the world. You have all kinds of huge and big ideas, and no, in a great way.
I know
In a great
people
way.
make fun of them. I know.
No, but I feel like I'm such a better person for knowing you all these years, and for you playing the version of my dad. It's,
right.
It's
I was thinking
interesting.
about that the other day. How is your dad?
He's doing great.
Good.
He's doing great, and I'm.
Have you been able to see him? My kids won't see me. We're in my mom, I want to drive and deliver groceries to their front door, but my mom won't allow me because she thinks it'll be sad. I go, sad or not. My kids are saying they're doing it for my benefit, and I'm thinking like, yeah, I'm not so sure about that.
I just want to say to all the dads out there, stay home for a while, enjoy some television, and the Peacock is coming out soon, so you'll have all kinds of content to watch.
Yeah. In the meantime, Ozark's pretty damn good. Sorry.
We're doing nothing but plugging other things, but that's okay.
Because I want to work with Jason Bateman, man. Why didn't we ever get him on the show? He's great.
Oh, he's an amazing guy. And by the way, and let me just say, I had a meeting with Jason Bateman. That's not a name dropping. What I'm going to drop is he had these pretzels in his office that were French toast flavored pretzel crisps, and it's the greatest snack I've ever had, and I've never found them again.
Oh, they're from Trader Joe's. Oh, those are the Trader Joe's ones, those cinnamon kind of pretzels. Hello.
I don't know. I don't know. I've looked for them for many years, and of course, I never got another meeting with Jason Bateman.
Of course.
But
the sad part of that conversation was you had a meeting with Jason Bateman, and then you said I was in his office.
Anyway, they were amazing pretzels. I always remember time by food, and I will be excited. Corbin, we're going to do another one of these movies if everybody is willing over there.
I'm 65. I'm willing.
60. All right, I'm going to sign.
The 65 is a game changer, man. It was like, okay, you're old now. That's it. It's like it's put me in this category of like, and I feel old now. I feel like my bones hurt, and it's like I don't want to. This is the first time I've ever wanted to lie about my age.
That's enough. That's enough of that. Come on. The time's up. It's time's up.
You look fantastic. You look great. I'm gonna sign you off, and then and then I have to try to figure out a way to save this entire thing, or else it gets erased forever. So it's up to me to not. Well, no, there's something I have to push and not ruin it. So Corbin, you're amazing. I will see you soon. Hopefully, everybody stay safe and
enjoy the show.
It's good to see you.
All right.
Enjoy all the shows.
Love you guys.
Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, and that is it for the Instagram live event. I think we should try to get the end of the song right, because I'm home, you're home. What else are we gonna be? I'm home, you're home. We now fist bump with our feet. Got it. There we go. Wash between your fingers until you break the skin. The Psych binge-a-thon is just about to begin, or it already began. Goodbye, Kirsten. Goodbye, all you people who came through here today. Maybe we can do this again. I had a good time. I know that the Psych binge-a-thon continues next week, Wednesdays, for approximately 31, 32 hours, 2 seasons at a time each Wednesday. And it goes from there. And if we do it again, our special guest will be Chris Hensey, who never made it on. Thank you guys all for watching. This has been an amazing time. And I'm going to figure out how to turn this off. Okay. I think this is how we do it. I think I hit live. Text me if I'm doing this wrong. I hit live and I end it. No, I end it. I end it and then I save it. So let's see what happens if this is lost forever. Okay. Ready? Okay. End now? Is that correct?
I believe that's...
Okay. Wait, hold on.
Let's just see. Should I end this? Yes? Yes?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay.
I'm almost positive. I'm pretty sure we'll see.
Okay, now it's maybe like just bonus time you get. Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. There's a sign here that tells you. Okay, there's some sort of instructions that I have. So if you're still watching this, enjoy. I'm just going to keep this on here just to make sure that I do this correct, because this could be lost in the annals of history forever. You should be.
I'm just going to let you know there's 25,000 or 2,500 people watching you.
This is amazing. This is how I do it. And now it's correct. Okay, thank you. And